Hi ladies, today we're talking about 7 things to stop doing today so that you can live your best life over 50. This is a bit of a different video for my channel, but it's one that is, I think, very important. I read every comment that you ladies leave me, and I really treasure that you share your private thoughts with me. A reoccurring theme that I have been seeing on my channel is how to be self-confident. I have a couple videos in the works that I think it's an important message to get out there. By no means, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, but I can only share with you things that have worked with me. I used to be extremely shy, had low self-esteem. And I've been through a lot in my life, and I believe through those challenges, they have made me stronger and have made me the person that I am today. And I have went from being a very shy, introverted person to I'm very self-confident, and I'm a very strong person today. But one of the things that I have struggled with in the past is really not being happy in my own life. I'm a people pleaser. I'm the youngest child in a big family, so I want everybody to be happy. But in doing so, I was often making myself miserable because it was going against what I wanted to do. So today I have 7 things that you need to stop doing if you want to live a happy and healthy life, because we deserve that. And they're really simple things to do. I have struggled with all of these, and I still struggle with a few from time to time, but I have made a conscious decision since turning probably about 45 that I'm living my life for me now, and I'm going to enjoy my life. I have done my time. I have raised my family. I've taken care of my sick husband. Now this is time for me. And that may sound selfish, but it's not, and you're gonna see why. So living your healthiest life isn't about what we eat. It's also about what we feed our brain. And I think the biggest problem for me and for a lot of women is negative self-talk. To this day, I am my own worst enemy, and I've really had to work on this, and sometimes it creeps back in and I have to say, Cathy, come on. And that's negative self-talk. And by negative self-talk, I mean, I was having trouble with my hair today. I want to film 4 videos. I washed my hair, but it's just so humid here today, and it's like September the 8th. My hair just isn't cooperating. And I'm complaining the whole time when I'm trying to fix it, saying, oh, my stupid hair, why is it not going the way I want to go? How many times have you stood in front of the mirror and said, oh, I look so fat, or, oh, my nose looks too big, or just any kind of negative self-talk? We have to stop that, because what we say is what we believe, and it's not true. You're really in that moment when the negative thing is coming out, you have to catch yourself and you have to say something positive about yourself. And you have to say, gosh, I have really great hair. Today is, an off day because it's humid out. Or I have really nice blue eyes. Find something about yourself that you really, truly love and keep reminding yourself about that. And you will see over time, because it's like exercise, you gotta keep working at it, that your negative self-talk is going to become less and less. And I believe that is the biggest obstacle to overcome, and these next steps will be hopefully easier. The next thing that you have to stop doing if you want to be happy is saying yes. And I mean saying yes when, say, I remember when my daughter was in school, and they were looking for volunteers to run the book fair, but I was so busy with work. I wanted to help, but I felt like I couldn't. I felt like I was going to be a horrible mother if I didn't. So I said yes, but inside I'm like, I don't want to be here. I'm so busy. I got to get my other stuff done. It's okay to put ourselves first. It's okay to say no. If you don't want to do something, just don't do it. And you don't have to apologize. This is one of the biggest things that we as women do, and we really have to stop doing this. Somebody might say, hey, can you come help at the yard sale? And you can just say, no, I'm not available. You don't have to say, no, I'm not available because I have to take Susie to the dentist, and then I got to take the dog to the vet. You don't have to make up a story. All you have to do is say, no, I'm not available. You don't even have to say sorry. Like, why are we sorry? We didn't do anything to be sorry about. And I know that's something that a lot of women will say is, no, I'm sorry, I can't. That we think that's a polite response, which it is. But I believe by saying I'm sorry that I have somehow done something wrong, and I haven't, because I have every right to say no. So saying yes when we don't want to, you can stop doing that and you are going to feel so much better. It may feel awkward the first time, but just remember, you haven't done anything wrong and you are entitled to say no. This one, it's a biggie, and it's putting yourself last. Why as women do we always put ourselves last? And this is something that I still struggle with. And this is something that kind of goes into my journey of weight loss that I'm covering here on YouTube, and I'll put the link below. You can go check out the playlist. What I mean by this is I've been through a lot this year. My mom's in failing health, and we've had to move her out of her apartment into long-term care and blah, 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 blah. For me, I have an all or nothing attitude. So I started out the year saying, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. But then, some catastrophe always happens in life, right? But what does Cathy do? Cathy says, oh, I'll get to it next week. I'll take care of myself next week. Like, it's okay. Well, next week is still going to be a catastrophe. Or next week I'm still going to be busy, packing and moving. Like, there's always going to be something next week. I am so guilty of putting myself last. And it's like that old thing when you get on the airplane or the flight attendant tells you, put your oxygen mask on first. Because if you don't have oxygen, then you can't help the person next to you. And that is so true. So I'm really, really struggling with that one. But I am consciously working on it. And so far, I'm having a good weight loss month. That's a little sneak peek into my weight loss video update. So don't put yourself last. Even like something simple like, I don't know, you're cutting up a pie and there's only a pie enough for 5 people, but you have 6 people. So you do without. Well, why would you do without? Everybody else can just have a smaller sized piece and everybody can have a piece of the pie. Ladies, it's time to put yourself first. Quit putting yourself last. Okay, this one is another one that I struggle with. Comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. It is. I compare myself to others all of the time. I compare myself to women that have long, beautiful hair. Women that are like 5'10". I'm 5'4". Women that are 130 pounds and I'm not. Like, we compare ourselves all of the time. And we probably do it subconsciously, even maybe watching a movie or a TV show. Maybe we're comparing ourselves to the actress on the screen. We have to stop comparing ourselves because we are all on our own journey. And this is something that I have to remind myself, especially like being on YouTube. It is so easy to fall into that pit of, well, my channel's not as big as her channel. It must be because people don't like me. No, it's not that at all. You're 2 different people. You have 2 different audiences. Everybody's going to find their people when they're meant to. That's just an example of how we compare ourselves, ladies, and we really have to stop doing that because we have to be our best version of ourselves at this moment in time. This next one, oh my gosh, I used to do this all the time whenever I was doing accounting. Procrastinating and putting things off until tomorrow. I am a very organized person, but I just hated doing book work. So I would let it pile up and then like, oh yeah, we have to file this, next week. And I would be there like the day before doing the taxes or whatever and filing. And it was like, I don't know why I just don't take time every week and do my book work. And then it won't be this huge undertaking where I'm stressed out. A lot of times I think that because my life was so stressful, I operate best under stress. And I know that's really, really weird logic, but that's just, I guess, what worked for me in the past. And I'm trying to transition away from that. Procrastinating and putting things off to tomorrow. Really just take 5 or 15 minutes today. Do one task that you were planning on doing tomorrow. And believe me, you're going to be so thankful tomorrow that you did it last night. That's what I've been learning. being around negative or toxic people. And this doesn't have to be people that are in our immediate physical life. This can be people on social media. I have unfollowed people on Instagram, on YouTube, because I find them very negative. I would unfollow any accounts that don't make you feel good about yourself. You don't need that in your life. Life is too short. Be positive. Surround yourself by positivity. If you have to say like positive quotes every day, that's a great way to start your day. One way that I end my evening before I go to bed is I try to every night be thankful for 5 things. And it's hard in the beginning when, say, you're going through a difficult time in your life and you're thinking, I have nothing to be thankful for. You do. You're breathing. You're here. You have a lot to be thankful for. You're here. You're alive. You're breathing. There's a lot of people that would love to change places with us that are no longer with us. So sometimes you really have to buckle down and just be thankful for the very basics of things until it becomes a habit, and you're going to see that it's just going to change you inside, and you're not going to be attracted to negativity anymore, and it just seems like those people just fall away from our life. It's a real interesting thing to do, and it's a practice that I really tried to do, and I find that when I do start my day, even saying a positive affirmation in my head, that it does help for the flow of my day to be a lot more positive and run a lot more smoothly. The next thing that is important to stop doing is taking people and things for granted. Tomorrow's not a guarantee, and I can tell you from personal experience, I have lost some young relatives in my life, and they're just gone instantly, and you can never be promised that you have tomorrow. So it's really important to let the people that are special to us in our life know how much they mean to us, because it's final. Once they're gone, and just don't leave things left unsaid. It's really difficult to lose people that are important to you in your life, and it's hard to explain how it feels. And I know lots of times people have regrets when somebody dies, but if you live your life to the fullest and you know that those people that are important to you know how much you mean to them, it's not that it makes it any easier when they're gone. It's just that you are at peace knowing that they know how much you love them. And for taking things for granted, like the basic things like we have clean water, electricity. If you're watching this video, obviously you have electricity. There's lots of people in this world that don't have it. Air conditioning, heat, things that we don't even think about every day. But if the power goes out, our life is ruined because we can't go on the internet, like we can't watch Netflix. So those little things that are just there every day that we never think about, we are often taken for granted. And I think it's really important to let the people in our life that we love, that are special to us, that mean something to us, even a stranger, just showing a kindness to a stranger, I think the world could be a lot better place if you just held a door open for somebody. So I guess the message is just appreciate what you have in this moment, focus on the positive, not on the negative. And if you do these little things every day in your life, you're going to see that your life is going to be much happier. When you're happier, you're going to be healthier because your blood pressure is going to be lower. You're just going to smile more, and you're just going to feel peaceful inside. So let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. I know it's a little off from what I usually do, but it's just something that I have wanted to talk about for a couple of years now, and I just thought, I'm gonna do it because even though it may not be a popular video, if it resonates with 1 or 2 people, then I did my job. So thanks for watching, and click that subscribe button. I'll see you soon. Bye.